Hello everyone, my name is Nhat Hoang. I'm currently studying at University of Swinburne in Vietnam. My student ID is 105234956. I am currently studying in US 2017 mobile development, and today I will present the Assignment1 gymnastic app. And let's get into it. The first thing you will see is the project layout here. At the top there is a title, timer, and a high score. Below that is a name input for you to remember the current participation name. Below that is a score and the element. And the background includes a GIF of a penguin doing some gymnastic to help fill out all of the spaces. Below that is 4 button: perform, deduct, reset, and the change language button. Later on, I will show you that you can change the language without pressing the button. You have to change the phone language. That is for later. And this is the landscape layout. As you can see, we split it into two. On the left, you can see the score, the element. And when you're done, there will be a output message to congratulate you with the background clip of the same penguin. And on the right, it will display as a sidebar. You can see the title, the timer, high score, the username, and the 4 button that I have mentioned before. So now let's get started with the function of each button. We'll first leave the name here so I can show you a thing that we do. So when you press perform, the score, the element will go up. When you first start it will be black, but when you start it, the perform, it will go up from blue, which is basic, to green is intermediate, and orange is advanced. And as you can see here, it go up and it changes the color. And when you press the deduct button, the the routine will stop, and you can see the username have and the routine at with the final score up that you can see. And you can change the language from English to Vietnamese by pressing the button number 4. And as you can see here, it changed everything except the title, even changed the output message. Let's reset it. And now let's enter the high score. And here the high score is 20 with the element of 10. And as you can see, the high score will be displayed here. Let's reset it again. And now let's change the username to something else. Let's say Juan. Let's press the perform button. Let's say we perform about 6 elements and we stop the routine. It will be 7 because the deduct button will deduct 2 score to round out the final score for you. And as you can see, we changed the language, but after I enter my name, that name will be the same here. So I show you one way to change the language from Vietnamese to English and back, but there is another way by going to your settings and change your default language. This instance is from English to Vietnamese. You press change, and after it's done, you go back to the app, and as you can see. Now let's get to behind the scene to see some of the code. Now let's get to the coding part of this video. The core thing that I want to achieve in this project is to make it as simple as possible while adding enough for it to look interesting. That is a part of the reason why I added a GIF of a penguin doing some gymnastics into this. A simple way to make the app pop out without having to complex the layout. And for the landscape, people usually use the landscape mode for easy visibility and for easy input and output. So that I try to make it as simple and like the sidebar, keep everything on the right so that they can easily input the gray and the gray for the current performance. And the score and the time stop when the workout is done is a big function in the game active function I did. And either when the deduction are applied or when the temp element are complete, it ensures that the routine are completely tracked every time. In the on create, We load the UI, the timer, score, logic, language switching, and the GIF all at the same time. And the perform button increase the score on the current element, update the UI, and end the routine at 10. Deduct button subtract 2 points, and that is according to the assignment 1 rules. And it will end the routine and stop the timer when it is fresh so that the judges and the one that is doing know what time the routine ends and what score they achieve. The reset button clear everything. It clear the timer, the current score and elements, but it will not clear the high score. The language button switch from English to Vietnamese. Update the username if it is still default, like user or người dùng. And if the username is changed, it will keep that change and it will not change to something else. A small thing that I added to make it better for the user of that language to understand. The update UI function here change the score color depend on the different zones that we have talked before, the basics, intermediate, and advanced zones. The build message is a attempt for me to try to scale the language button up so that the idea is for future when we update the app, we can add more languages rather than just hard code every single line for the output message. We can split it into blocks and then assemble it. As you can see, we have the username, we split the username, we have two core messages, as you can see in this string, and we combine it all to output the congratulations message. What I did well in this project is a clean UI for both portrait and landscape, making it simple for people who just open the app to use it. For English and the native language here, which is Vietnamese, I added the layout, the localization and integrating of the penguin GIF make the app look fun and easy to use at the same time. What could be improved is supporting more device variation. For now, we only have portrait and landscape. In the future, we might add it more to it, and adding a leaderboard would help the scorer to track multiple users, and it would display the username and the score next to it. Overall, I am happy with the outcome, and I think that I meet the requirement for this. Thank you for listening to my presentation. My name is Nhat Hoang. Thank you. Goodbye.